What's up, everybody? My name is Jeff, and today we are going to have some fun playing Magic. And the fun thing that we're trying to do today is we are playing EMBERCLEAVE Aggro, or Ember Aggro. So Embercleave, 600 mana cost, flash, equipment artifact. When this spell costs 1 less for each attacking creature you control, and then whenever it enters the battlefield, attach it to target creature you control, and then an equipped creature gets +1/+1, has double strike and trample. Insane. And then it's only 3 to equip after that fact. So you actually can equip it pretty successfully to other people. So the hardest thing with Embercleave is getting enough creatures out. I mean, like, you can swing in with a lot of mana, like a Questing Beast. On the next turn, you swing in with just Questing Beast, and Embercleave will cost 5, and so you can still do some cool stuff there. And the cool thing with Questing Beast is that giving it first strike with Death Touch is insane. Like, that's pretty much game over right there. So that's kind of why we have that there. But we're playing Gruul because there's a lot of early game creatures that we can get down. Our Wildwood Tracker, our Pelt Collector, our 10th Street Dodger, which the whole point is to have good creatures. So a lot of creatures in the early game so that Embercleave gets cheaper, so you can be playing it on turn 3, turn 4 pretty consistently, but then also having creatures that are good to put it on, because, you know, just a 1/1 also becomes a 2/2 with trample and double strike and trample, which is good, especially if 10th Street Dodger can be unblockable. And then if you give it then Domri's out, all of a sudden you're doing 6 damage every turn, unblockable. Pretty good stuff. But it is also important that we make sure that we are getting to our bigger creatures as well. So it's kind of a mix of getting down lots of creatures, as many as we can, keeping their board clear so we can be attacking in with everything, bringing an Embercleave to flash in, just kind of dominate their face, and then win the game through either reach or just kind of finishing the game out. We have 3 copies of Domri in here to kill whatever we need to, also giving the pumpage, which is really good in this deck. I have 2 copies of Cranko because it just seems really fun and awesome. 2 Rebel of the Rich. You probably do bring in 4 copies of this if you have them. I only have 2. I know that all of these mythic, there's a lot of mythic rares in this deck that are really expensive to get to, so I'm sorry, guys, but it's fun. It's fun. So anyway, we're going to play the fun stuff today and do what we can. So if you guys do want to get this stuff, like in paper or anything like that, the deck list is in the description below. I am affiliated with TCG Player through Aether Hub. And so if you guys pick up cards from Aether Hub, definitely appreciate it as well. But this is the deck. You guys kind of see this. The one issue with this deck is that we're only playing 4 dual lands in this entire deck. Because everything else is just slow. We want to be really aggressive with this deck. Yeah, we could maybe fix our mana a little bit better, but I'm more just like hoping that we hit our stuff instead and we have 4 good shock lands and then nothing else, which I think Grixis Aggro is running it kind of the same way. And here's the numbers for everything, just so you guys know. We have 27 creatures, 22 lands. And then we just have Embercleave and Planeswalkers, and that's pretty much it. We have some removal as well. And let's go ahead and throw in our nifty Gruul card sleeve, and let's get into the gameplay. See how it goes, and wish me luck. All right, so I went to 1 game, and I realized I didn't have Bone Crusher Giant, which you absolutely want to have Bone Crusher Giant in this deck. What do we cut? All right, so I'm going to make some cuts, and then that will be what's in the description down below. Let's go into gameplay.
Before we jump into the gameplay, a quick thanks to Fusion Gaming for sponsoring this video. Be sure to head over to FusionGamingOnline.com for all your Magic the Gathering needs. Check the link in the description below.
All right, up against Pseudophobia. Bringing on Pseudophobia. And this looks good enough, maybe. I just like keeping any hand that has Cranko, personally. I'd like to be on the play one of these days. That would be nice. This deck is so much better on the play. All right, plays a forest, Wildwood Tracker, play a mountain, shock the tracker. I'm gonna shock it now just in case they do have Pelt Collector, they go to combat, something like that. Like, it is good for us to shock it early. We could shock before anything else happened, I guess, and we could have gotten maybe like a Growth Chamber Guardian. Bonus gives it up. Well, that's how we win, guys, is you just shock people and you win. All right, up against Mia Bean. Bring it on, Mia. Let's go. We found an Embercleave, and we have multiple colors. We're going to keep this. I would love to go first one of these times. One of these times going first will be great. All right, Pelt Collector. Pass the turn. Okay, Grixis. Swing on in there. Down to 19, past the turn. All right, is this Grixis Fires? Grixis Fires is going to be hard for us to beat. Down to 17. Play Forest. Play Bone Crusher Giant. Swing on in. Ritual Soot would be really annoying here, but then we need to get Questing Beast, and hopefully Embercleave will then resolve on the next turn. No Ritual Soot. Drawn from Dreams, probably going to find a Ritual Soot. We are going to go for the Embercleave here over Questing Beast, just so that we don't give that an option of being killed. And I think we come close to just killing him here. Embercleave, it goes to 4, right? So yeah. Okay, Embercleave. Onto Bone Crusher Giant. This is the dream, guys. This is the dream, okay? Down to 3. We have 2 hasty creatures next turn. And they can't, yeah, with Fires of Invention, they can't answer any of our hasty stuff, so they would have had to kill our board and gain life. So whenever this deck goes off, it goes off. Like, I just, maybe we just need to mulligan more aggressively so that we have hands like that, because that was amazing. All right, one more time. All right, up against Marty. Bring it on, Marty. And yeah, we keep this. Again, I think Wildwood Tracker is better to play first because we end up getting more damage in. Dude, I think, did we go first last game? Because I don't think we've gone first yet. I think I've lost. So this is my 6th game, and I think I've lost every single coin flip. He didn't mean to shock himself, or he's just being tricky. I know better. All right, Wildwood Tracker, pass the turn. Probably has like a Once Upon a Time. Or what would be nice is another 1-drop. Hero of Precinct 1. Alright, Stomping Ground, tapped, Pelt Collector, swing in with Wildwood Tracker. We would love for them to trade off here. Not only would it... I mean, oh man, they've shocked twice. Ooh. That is good. Skargan's going to be great going over the top here. We just hope they don't gain life. Okay, swings in, no blocks. We have a very aggressive next turn. Ooh, and a shock. Ooh, do we just go for the shock here? No, I think that we go aggressive. I don't know why I played the shock plan out of everything else. Haste. Throw the Pelt Collector. Swing in. We have Hexproof. They can flash in. I'm thinking maybe they have like a way to create some tokens. Okay, down to 7, pass the turn. And now we can keep our shock for their face instead. Like, they can create some blockers. We do have a trampoline guy though. What else they got? 4 mana. We know they don't have Settle the Wreckage anymore, which is great. Not only that, but Spellbreaker would stop it anyway. Zerd to Goblin. So Castle Embereth also gives everything +1. Not good enough. All right, so bring it down with haste. Swing in, and then we shock. Maybe shocking the Hero Precinct 1 now would have been better. Yeah, I guess shocking first would be better. So if they try to cast something here, we'll go ahead and shock the hero. Maybe. I mean, any way they block right now, it kills them. Okay. I should have killed the hero first. They get to create 1. Alright, let's shock the hero now. Skargan Hellkite should win on the next turn anyway. Yeah, that was a major misplay. So they don't die now because they have a lifelinker. But they can't really kill something. They can double block and still stay alive, barely. They go to 1. Alright. But keeping our board alive is pretty great for us. Getting sacrifice? What? Gideon sacrifice? What? Oh, that's cool. That's annoying. If they're gonna have more of those, that's really bad. So, that's why they only cast it for 1. Okay, Tithe Taker comes down. Skargan Hellkite comes down for us next turn. Venerated Loxodon. Alright, they're out of mana, right? So, this is game. Okay, I'll attack. Now, without mana for Gideon Sacrifice, they can't survive this. Let them realize it. Alright, there we go. Sweet. That's kind of scary. The Gideon Sacrifice, I was not expecting that whatsoever. That was fun. Great games. Alright, we are up against Doc Watson, PhD. Sweet. This looks pretty good. Pelt Collector, Wildwood Tracker is pretty good. Keep. Opponent's going first. I mean, this is an okay hand. Okay, Forest. I'm not sure which one's better to play first. I mean, I guess Wildwood Tracker swings in for more next turn if we play the Pelt Collector. Okay, Once Upon a Time. Whoa, 4 color. Is this the lands deck? Okay, Krenko's fun. I always like to go for Krenko when I can. Alright, so Pelt Collector, swinging with Wildwood Tracker, 4-2. It does die, Pelt Collector grows now, so down to 18, pass the turn. Alright, Mountain. I don't think there's sense in growing it yet, just in case they have something. Alright, swing in. For 3. Krenko. I mean, getting a Krenko out early game before they have blockers and stuff, but they also typically have like removal and stuff, which is bad. But next turn we get Questing Beast as well. I mean, we're swinging for a ton of damage. I'm just worried they might have board wipe this turn or the next. Okay, Circuitous Root. Alright, create some Zombs. Alright, Bone Crusher Giant. Kill the dude. Stomping Ground. Tapped. Swing in with Krenko. Are we willing to offer the trade up there? So Castle Embereth helps us by going really wide here. Blocks. Okay, pass the turn. I don't have a board wipe. Please no board wipe. Just don't do it. Alright, they have board wipe. Do they have land and Growth Spiral? No land. Ooh, that's good. I mean, I guess questing beast save the flyer for later. Get in for as much damage as we can. Now they grow spiral. Questing beast is amazing because their zombies can't block it. Skrark and Hellkite's good for the same reason. That guy can block it though. That's bad. Ah, man, I really hope they don't have another board wipe. Alright, haste on in there. Yeah, I'm not going to put the counter on. I don't think it's worthwhile here. If we find the Embercleave, I'm keeping Questing Beast in case we do find Embercleave off the top. Time wipe, okay. Brings back a board wipe. Oko.
Those blind to tyranny. Welcome to the feast.
We know he has a board wipe, so haste. Dude. I'm just keeping him lower here. I'm hoping that they try not to do anything and maybe we can get them with Embercleave. Ah, this deck is always so close to doing amazing. Like, we just aren't drawing the pieces that we really need when we need them.
And all your
They can gain 6 life now. Creates a zombie. Grows Spiral creates another zombie. And an Arboreal Grazer. Let me play it. There we go. Alright, Domri's pretty nice here.
If you think I'm a crazy beast, where do you see
Man, if we could kill this, we actually have... I guess we don't have lethal because they have the food tokens, but... I mean, technically I'm doing more damage this way.
Ravnica deserves its demise.
Alright, swing in. Yep, sacks of food. They stay alive. Blocks anyway. The reason not to block is that then you get to kill Domri. They can also just turn this into an elk and kill him. I personally would... we could also have a shock or something like that, or slaying fire, which we don't, but that's what they could be thinking. Pass the turn. We know they have the Realm Cloak Giant, and so we have to hold off as long as we can. Turns it into an elk.
Oh dear.
That's actually good for us. We would prefer that they don't have a way to gain life.
Yeah, doesn't always work out how you want.
Now Realm Cloak Giant. Oh, they just play it. Okay. Okay, Bone Crusher Giant. Wildwood Tracker. Okay, Embercleave off the top, or I think we're done for. Yep, no attacks. It has Vigilance as well. Ew. Alright, time wipe. It's a food token.
Surely you must be famished.
And that's game. Yep. Boo! All right, so there you guys have it with Ember Aggro, and we didn't really find Embercleave that often, or the times that we did, like we were just kind of up against other decks. I mean, I'm cutting out a couple of the decks here, but overall, this was a really fun deck. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please leave a like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks so much, and bye-bye.